But no, one of the things that I'm big about is about documenting. And filmmakers, to me, are the ultimate documenters of our life, of our lives, lifestyles, and everything that we're doing. Now, tell me a little bit real quick about some of the films you've made already.
Well, my first film was called Kidnapped.
It's called Kidnapped?
Kidnapped. It's about FBI agent that goes undercover to catch the bad guy. That's how I always describe it, and it's my baby because I still feel like it's a baby because it was a lot of work to put it together, and it was a lot of work to try to get everybody involved into it. And after that, I think 5 years later came My Enemy's Son. My Enemy's Son is about a drug deal gone bad. Sorry, folks.
That's a good subject matter.
Well, I got the idea from a song, actually. It's called Good Girl Gone Bad by Scarface. So I always loved the song, and I turned the song into an actual film or a script and then shot it.
Okay.
And then...
Now, back up. Now, you're from Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Born and raised.
Right.
Went to Columbia College, Chicago.
Yes.
And when you say you do films out of pocket, that means that you're in the community actually creating these films.
Yes.
It makes me think about Spike Lee. No, when I first met Spike Lee, it was when he I was part of a film festival called Blacklight, and the very first film we showed was She's Gotta Have It.
Okay.
So when I first met Spike, that was what he was doing. He was had just finished, scraping the money together to do She's Gotta Have It. And people, used to say, he ain't gonna never amount to nothing. Of course, they learn to eat their words.
I love when people say that.
Yeah, I know you probably faced that, right?
Yeah.
I love that talk because
Exactly.
4 films later.
Right. And see, that's the thing. We have to believe in our young people and give them support.
Yes,
So
we
we're
have
gonna
to
talk
believe
some
in
more.
our young people because I'm believing in the young people. I'm not that young.
But you're still young. You're still young.
Haters are motivators.
All right, we're going to talk some more with Mr. Will Adams in 11 o'clock hour right here at 89.3 WKKC. We're going to news next. 89.3 WKKC, that's Zane on the New Sound of Soul. You're live with Harold Lee Rush, that's me, and starring Denise Juarez today.
That's right.
Normally Denise is here on Fridays, but now you're going to be moving to Tuesdays, right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, all right. For those that don't realize that my associates on the air are students in various programs in the media comm departments and things. So now you're going to have a class on Friday that's going to interfere, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay, well, hey, we want you to get those classes. We want you to graduate.
Only thing is on Tuesdays I have to pay for everything. On Fridays it's
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Also in the house is Mr. Will Adams, independent filmmaker. And a couple of things I wanted to ask you, because, Chicago is a big film town. At least historically it was, and it's trying to come back. I mean, what are they shooting Transformers right now?
Yes, they messed
Yeah.
King Drive up all weekend. Yes, they did.
Now, when you go about making films, since you're an independent filmmaker, that means that you work with the actors and that they're professional actors.
Some are amateur, but I push the professional out of them.
Okay, and it's probably young people right now who are listening who would like to be able to get involved with films and stuff. So that's why I wanted to hear from an actual filmmaker, Will Adams. And you have a website.
Yes, it's LOKEKEY.com. You can learn anything you want to know about me, and also you can actually contact me. The email address is takeoneproductions@LOKEKEY.com. So
Okay. Now, you've done, 6 or 7 or 8 dozen films?
No. I've done 4.
Okay, hey, that's a great accomplishment.
And I'm writing actually 2.
Okay.
So-
Now, some of the actors that you work with that who are around town at Mercury Theater and Pegasus Players and
Right. Antoine Whitfield, he's actually my cousin. He'll be at the Pegasus Theater on in October. and he's starring in Blackula. And
Wait, Pegasus Players is doing Blackula as a play? I love it.
I didn't get a chance to ask him about it. I just saw it and I said, I'll mention it.
Wow. Well, I mean, you saw the movie Blackula, right?
Yeah.
William Warfield, who was from Gary, Indiana originally. And the Blackula series is, you know, they say it's back in the blaxploitation period, but it wasn't called blaxploitation then.
Right.
But you know, years later, he said, I used to hate that people only seem to know me from Blackula. But then he came to understand it later as he got older. Huh?
Ron Dellums.
No. William Warfield.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he was Blackula. But he was a great stage actor. And so when he got picked to do Blackula, of course, most people only saw him do Blackula.
Exactly.
So he was like very resentful of that. Now you say the first movie you did,
It was Kidnapped.
Kidnapped, and now the latest one you've done,
Actually, it was two, which was If I Die Tomorrow
If I Die Tomorrow.
and Silent Endeavor.
Okay, what was If I Die Tomorrow about?
If I Die Tomorrow is about a guy that has 24 hours to live, and after finding this out, he kind of goes from gangster to good guy. And
Oh.
you see the change on screen. And it's a short, and you see it within 16 minutes of the film, which I think the main character, which is my cousin Antoine, played it out very well. I don't think I could have did better with anyone else.
Okay, and then the last one.
Silent Endeavor. Silent Endeavor is a silent film, and it's my artsy film.
Okay.
And it's like I like pickles and Kool-Aid. You might not like pickles and Kool-Aid, but I like pickles and Kool-Aid. So Silent Endeavor is my pickles and Kool-Aid.
Okay. Now you are presently getting ready to work on a new film,
Yes.
and you shoot in the community, right?
Yes, in the community, all over the community. Sometimes I pay for locations when we're inside. Sometimes they give them to me for free. I'm thankful for the people that let me pay for it and give it to me for free.
Well, see, this is important because, see, other communities have filmmakers make films, and we don't get credit for having artists. You know, you work in, name some of the communities you filmed in.
Bronzeville,
Mhm.
Chatham, what is it called?
Well, you're shooting in Inglewood right now. You know what? But you see what I'm saying? If you pay attention to the mainstream media, you would never think that there's any filmmakers, black filmmakers, doing any kind of filming in our own communities.
Oh, well, when I come around, people know.
All right.
I have to let everybody know so they don't call the police on me.
Well, what we want to do is definitely say your website again,
LOKEKEY.com.
and as you become more and more well known, people will be able to see your films in different places. If somebody wanted to see your films right now, is it possible for them to do that?
Yes, you can actually see the last two on my website.
Okay.
Just click the link and it'll take you right there. And I would appreciate it because it helps me get views and it brings
Okay.
awareness. And also, I am on IMDb. I'm not sure if people are familiar with IMDb.
Only us film people.
Right. It's a
A website.
a
Go ahead.
website that gives you different information about different films, the people who are in the films, people who make films, and also filmmakers like me. So
All right.
you can find me through, well, it's kind of hard because William Adams is a very popular name.
Don't worry about it. Just send them to your website.
But if you go to my website, LOKEKEY.com, and click on the link under my name, or just click on my picture, it'll take you directly to my IMDb page, and you can like me.
Okay.
I want to be liked.
I had a question. If I'm not mistaken, I heard you say your email address was take1productions@loke.com. Lowkey.com. When you say take one, is that spelled out ONE or take as the number one?
I'm sorry. I should.
Okay.
When I was
All
saying
right.
it, I started to
All right.
say it out, the number one. But
So that's take the number one productions@lowkey.com.
thank you,
All
thank you,
right.
ma'am, thank you.
All right. Well, we are actually doing our part to help make sure people are aware of our talented young people. And I keep saying young because you're under 75 years old.
All right, because I'm not a spring chicken.
No, but you're still young because here's what's going to happen. When Will Adams has his first film opening, and they're raving about you at the Chicago Film Festival, and they're going to say overnight success, and we'll be able to say no, it wasn't no overnight success of 15 years.
All due to Harold. That's all.
That's right.
But we want folks to know that we have talented people in our communities and to support them in the ways that we can. And so I appreciate you coming up and taking some time with us, and we'll see where we go.
I appreciate you giving me some time.
Hey, no problem. I want to thank Dennis Snipe, of course, for arranging this because, he keeps his eye out to make sure that we give exposure to as many folks as we can who are doing things in our communities that doesn't make the mainstream media.
I just met Dennis, and I love Dennis like my brother.
He's
I promise
awesome.
Yeah.
Dennis is one true brother.
Yes, he is.
I really appreciate it.
All right, well, I tell you what, Will Adams,
Yes.
tell everybody what station just made your day.
89.3 WKKC, Chicago.
All right.
Right.
Oh, yes.
That's TGT, which is Tyrese, Genuine, and Tank. Song is called I Need, and from what Will Adams and Denise Juarez have been telling me, that it's a concert that's been in the making for 2 years.
Oh,
For
yes.
about 2 years.
Wait.
They're building the hype up. I even heard Tyrese Givens talking about, I'm on Transformers. I'm cross promoting. Yeah. So
Is he in Transformers?
well, I don't know if he's in the new one. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
think he's in the new one. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I know when he did the last Transformers, like I said, it's been in the making for 2 years.
Yeah, right.
He said he's cross promote because he's going to these different countries, talking about the concert, getting his little buzz in.
That is so silly. But real quick, speaking of the Transformers, because they are shooting in Chicago, the last time they did this, it made a big splash in terms of them shooting all this stuff in Chicago. I still haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Really?
No, I've never actually seen any of the Transformer movies. Well, my kids are grown now,
They're awesome.
so
It's kind of an adult movie.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I thought that was. I just remember my son when he was a kid. He wanted Transformers.
I have one too.
There's a lot of people transform when they're drinking.
Yeah, right. I've seen some women transform right in front of my eyes. But anyway, Denise Juarez, real quick, what's the weather looking like? Because I know it's getting hotter and
Wow,
hotter.
the temperature has really escalated. It was like 82. Now it's 88 degrees. The sun is out.
It's blazing.
It is blazing out there. Matter of fact, if you look across the street, you see two girls over there with their daisies on, So that
I
lets you
would
know
turn
it's
my
hot.
microphone camera so you can see out the big picture window, but some of y'all are too young for this. Real quick, one of the things that, according to the Weather Bureau, is supposed to have a high of 94, but it's not yet noon. If we're at 88 degrees before noon, we will probably make closer to 98 degrees
Yes.
because the hottest time of the day is between 4 and 5 o'clock. So between now and 4 or 5 o'clock, we're going to get close to 98 degrees, if not better. Real quick, Will Adams, before I let you get out of here, a couple of people who called and said that they appreciate hearing you, and it's somebody that you needed to shout out to.
Yeah, Carrie Abernathy, she was also in If I Die Tomorrow. She is going to, actually she started in the play Color Purple at the Mercury Theater.
Oh, wow.
It runs from August 26th to the 17th of November.
Mm.
And a guy that gave me a song in the film, Like This, gospel singer, he will be performing at the Trinity United Church on 95th at 11 a.m. on September 8th.
Okay, what's his name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jamie Hammond.
Oh, is he any kin to Fred Hammond? We don't know. We'll have to go find out. All right. Well, here's the song. It's by Ariana Grande.
The way.
How'd you know?
I love that.
89.3 WKKC.